Hi, I'm Tamsin, and today I'm going to demonstrate my ladder down, emergency ladder buttonhole for you. For comparison, this is a yarn over, so it's a yarn over knit two together buttonhole, and this is the emergency ladder buttonhole. So you'd use it in a situation where you meant to put a buttonhole in and you're too busy shaping or doing something else to remember, and you don't want to have to knit back or rip down these rows to go back and put it in. The alternative, of course, is to use Elizabeth Zimmerman's Afterthought buttonhole. I have to say I'm never brave enough to cut my yarn, but that is your alternative. So anyway, I invented this buttonhole for that situation, and the way it works, you drop a stitch down. You deliberately drop this stitch up here all the way down here, and that's where that stitch now is, on the front at the bottom of the buttonhole. And then after you've remade these stitches back up from above, you then use a piece of working yarn at the back. Here it is. You weave it through to catch that bottom stitch down. I haven't woven in the other end yet, but you would do that obviously to secure that bottom stitch and make your buttonhole safe. So let's demonstrate how it works. I'm demonstrating to you on stocking stitch because it's so much easier to show you the picking up of the stitches again. I'm not an expert on picking up on garter stitch yet, even though that's what most button bands are, but you can find other videos on YouTube to show you how to pick up garter stitch. So we deliberately drop our stitch down. Let's go one more row. Now remember, you want to drop it down to the row underneath where you want your buttonhole, because we're going to sew down the stitch at the bottom and then these ladders will get pulled up. So you'll need a safety pin just to secure that stitch at the bottom until you're ready to sew it in and secure it. Now the difference is mostly when you pick up a dropped stitch, you have a loop at the bottom, your dropped stitch, with which to start knitting or pulling your stitches up again. You don't have that here because you're going to sew that at the bottom of the buttonhole, so you just need to twist the bottom rungs together basically to create yourself a stitch. And then it's as simple as just pulling each rung of the ladder through the stitch. And as I say, you'll find other videos that will show you how to pick up in garter stitch. It's a little more complicated, but it's easily possible. And if you're like me about ripping back, picking up in garter stitch is easier than ripping back. So there we go, I've just remade those knit stitches, slipped the top one back on the needle, and there is my buttonhole. And all I've got to do now is to weave in a piece of working yarn, sew that stitch down from the back nice and neatly, and that will be my emergency ladder buttonhole. As far as I'm aware, no one's done a buttonhole like this before. I can't find a reference to it. Let me know if you do. I'd love to refer to anyone who invented it before me. If not, please do let me know if you found it useful. Okay, thank you.